Good morning, everyone. It's been a while, so might even skip the intro. Just get straight into today's, the past 2 days training sessions, right? Just keep the gym journal going. So, past 2 days, it's been legs and shoulders, and arms. And man, I wish I could have gotten on after the leg day because that was tight. That was the one of the grindiest sessions I've ever had, right? And it's not even that complicated, you just put in that effort, stick to your programming. We'll talk about programming in the future, but you just set those goals, you can do them, and you do them, and it's good stuff. So, legs, no different way to the way it's been constructed. We start off with linear hack squat and sort of titrating up. Okay, we're sort of putting the warm up into the workout. So 40 kilos, 60 kilos. Now we're up the top with 85 kilos. With the sled, I think that turns into 139 kilos, I think. But it's on an angle, right? So who knows? Who knows how much weight you're pushing? But 14 reps across the board. First set, 14 reps, starting to slow down before the end of that. That's a good sign. Second set, it's painful. Taking breaks. And the third set, I put a video up on my Instagram and my chest breathing is going crazy. You got to control it, but it's so hard sometimes. And after that, I had this huge stitch. I couldn't breathe. I was on the ground, coughing, crying, and, praying. Oh. Good workout, though. Love that. So, while we're recovering from that, while we're getting our life back in, we move over to the standing calf raise. Okay, same as always. I like that, being able to stand, maybe drive up a bit with your legs whenever you start to fatigue. Don't rely on that. But we start to talk about concentrics and eccentrics. That eccentric contraction, if you drive it up, with a bit of your quads, stuff like that, and you really control it on the way down, get that good squeeze, and you're fighting all the way down to that squeeze. That's good stuff. So 40, 60. 80, 80, 80. 14 sets across the board. 2 minutes rest there. Moving on to... It's not really a leg exercise, but I love it for leg because, so many exercises are about pushing you, you compress that spine. So it's really nice in that session to have something that opens you up, right? So, call them Superman's, sort of back extensions, something like that, right? It's not really an extension, is it? But sort of coming down, off the edge, and you're kind of pivoting at the hips like this, sort of coming down to the ground, and you bring it back up. That's really good stuff. Brings the life back into you. Blood comes back to the head after you've just been, holding your breath for the past 10 minutes on the leg squat, hack squat, and calf raises. So just body weight. I'm clocking in at 91 kilos. So 14 reps, 14 reps, 14 reps. That's where the growth is. Yeah, and then moving on to the next exercise, which they kind of tie together. We've got the lying hamstring curl, okay? So we've just really activated our lower back, get that Christmas tree growing, as well as the glutes. That's a big driver in hip flexion. Extension. And now we're moving into lying hamstring curls, okay? 35 kilos, 13 reps, 2 minutes. 2 minutes rest. 45, 45, 45, 13 reps, 13 reps, 13 reps. Now, by the end of this, it's fine if you're not getting the full contraction, right? But you're still going for it. And you're holding it, you still got control there. And you do something to bring it up. And it's about that eccentric control, right? That is... I cannot praise the eccentric control enough for muscle growth and strength growth and all that kind of physical developments, okay? But what you don't want to do, and this is a big one, for me especially, I've done this before, is if you do something to bring it up, okay, and you let go, and then you build up all this momentum, right, coming down with that weight, okay? That weight's moving, it's picking up momentum. So it comes down and you've got to catch it at that last second. You got to be careful there because I have tore a hamstring on that in that occasion, okay? I was, going harder than I should have, or whatever, right? Less control than I should have. Too much weight, and a lot of spirit going into that exercise. Sort of dropping it and catching it at the very end, I just felt my hamstring open up like a zipper, and I was ruined for weeks at that point. I tried to walk home, but not walk home, but walk up the stairs whenever I got home, and I had to figure out a new way to do it. So that can be really bad. And look out for all hamstring exercises like that. You want to, all exercises really, you want to control it on the way down. That's what we always say. The eccentric control is where the growth is. Having no eccentric control, that's where the injuries are. So, they just keep piling on top of each other. You got to have that eccentric control in everything. Awesome. So then, moving on to the last exercise is quad extensions. Excuse me. Quad extensions. And you might remember that I wasn't able to do it last time, but again, this week it was super busy, but we stuck to it. I was very fried, so I was quite happy to go into the corner of a gym and lay down and wait. And the trainers were kind of looking at me like something was like, is he all right? But, I was okay. Just still getting my breath back because we're going for it at the gym. So, yeah. And the exercise for that looked like, 40 kilos, 60, 80, 80, 80. And that's 12 sets across the board. Honestly, because I did miss it last time, I wasn't quite sure what to make the progression there. To be honest, I felt that was actually not as challenging as it should have been. So what you can do there is, if in the moment you feel like it's too easy, you can really give yourself a boost by on the fly increasing the reps, especially in the last set. This is kind of where you get to that self-managing programming style, where so what we did was 12 reps, 12 reps, 12 reps. If in the last set we did as many as possible until we're fried, we can say two things. Okay, so I am capable of doing this many reps now, and I get the satisfaction of actually going to failure, okay? And knowing how many reps you can do now, you can then program better. But another way that I did it, which is, it doesn't have that benefit of being able to program more appropriately afterwards, but I guess with fatigue build-up and stuff like that, you may choose to go this way, which is just hold it at the top, okay? So you get that awesome stretch at the bottom, then you kick it up, try and hold it at the top, right? Just that time under tension. That's another good driver of hypertrophy, especially at the end of an exercise day. Just being able to do that, maybe take it a bit more easy, but still get awesome, awesome pump, awesome stimulus in the muscles, and just keep rocking with your programming. I think I'm getting it dialed down. It's based off of some really simple programming principles and just kind of tweaking it to fit me more so, okay? So whenever I get another, give me another 4 days or something, my next rest day, wherever I have this awesome window to really sit down and think, make a video, stuff like that. Might even buy a whiteboard, and we'll go over programming a little bit. But this is starting to drag on. So, kicking over to the next day, yesterday, shoulder day. Which, in the programming, it's quite a simple day, really. It's almost like a day off where I still go to the gym, okay? And then I'll actually have my actual day off, okay? I feel like if I train too much, fatigue builds up, injuries become more likely. And this is a really good way for me to